Welcome back. The three are back. The OG, me, Sam, Taylor, Girls & Co. How are y'all doing?
I'm great. Sorry, can we just turn my headphones down like
I don't know
if that's
mine.
Hello. I'm not yelling this time.
Yes. So I'm great. Yeah, all is well. It's been so long.
It has.
But life is good. We're in playoffs now, and it's almost the end of the year, so things are good.
Taylor, how have you been?
Good. Busy. It has been a long time. I'm like, what happened?
Yeah, a lot.
Between the last time.
I don't even know what our last...
July was us three.
It was really July?
It was July because Maddie...
It was shot Floorball.
And then I left.
Yeah, and then you were gone. Yeah.
Wow.
So it was like, yeah, right before we shot Floorball.
So we had Floorball. We had Blitz.
Oof,
we had playoffs.
There's so much to catch up on.
Wow.
That's why I figured it would probably just be good to just, riff and see. Yeah. So start off as we always do. Sam, what'd you do this past weekend?
Oh, this past weekend, Nick and I went exploring to Roosevelt Island.
I saw those pics.
Took the tram, which was really cool. It was a beautiful fall day, which we hadn't had in a while on a weekend because it's like been raining every single day. Yeah. So that was really cool.
That's where they do Govball, right?
Oh,
no.
That concert?
Are you sure? Where do they do that?
I don't think
they
do
do
that
in
this place.
Queens somewhere.
I thought it was on an island.
Roosevelt Island's
also
really
Randall's
small.
Island
maybe
Governor's
it's
Randall's.
I went to Roosevelt Island.
Roosevelt Island's where the insane asylum is, or used to be hospital.
Yeah, I went to Roosevelt Island.
Okay, is it on Randall's Island?
Or Governor's Island?
That sounds accurate.
I cannot keep all three of them straight.
They're all islands.
Let's look.
But you went to the one with the tram.
Anyway,
yes,
go on.
That's Roosevelt Island because there's a large statue.
Oh, it's Randall's Island.
Okay.
I knew it was on an island.
Because there's a large statue of Roosevelt, so now I'll always have that in my head. But it was really cool. I highly recommend anyone doing that. It's just so fun. Just taking the tram in and of itself.
There's like a bike path around the whole thing, right?
Yeah, you can. I think you can do a full loop. There's like
a
path. It's really well like manicured and maintained. It was really pretty. Obviously, stunning views of everywhere. So that was really fun, and I think that was kind of it.
Well, you have a new apartment.
Yes.
Yeah, that's Sam moved.
I have moved in the time since. I now live on the opposite side of the city, a little bit closer to everything, and I really love it. I have a washer and dryer and a dishwasher and a ceiling fan. Yeah, and the washer dryer works fine.
The dryer's weird, isn't it?
The dryer's a little weird. There's many times where I thought I was starting it to dry and then water started coming in. Yep. And I stopped it real quick, and then like when I put my sheets in, it does it very well. Because it's also
sheets are the only thing it does well.
Yeah.
I don't get it.
Is this a combined washer dryer?
Yeah.
Yes.
That will never make sense to me.
Yeah, it doesn't really. Maybe because sheets are obviously small and it's very empty because it's all I put in there. So it makes sense it does that well, which is the most important thing because half my clothes I air dry anyway.
Yeah.
But sheets would take forever to air dry. So if that's what I get, then that works out well. But so that's a great feature of the house, of the apartment, and 6th floor walk up, which is okay.
That's fine.
But yeah.
You have a roommate.
Have a roommate.
Important roommate.
You guys might know him.
Yep.
He's #1 fan of the show.
Yep.
Boo boo.
So, yep. All's well.
Yeah, the washer dryer combo is an interesting thing. It took me about 2 or 3 months to figure it out. And now I just kind of describe it as like when you put a bunch of different fabrics in it, it makes everything kind of hot, damp.
Yes.
It's odd.
We've noticed that, and I really can never tell if it's hot or damp. It's fascinating that it's not just me. Or
it's not just you guys. One tip, because I made this mistake many times. When you wash stuff, if you are going to dry it, open it up and let it dry out. Because it will smell moldy. Regardless of if it dries or not. You like the second the wash is up, like over, open it up, let it dry out, let it cool off, and then start the dryer. That helps a lot.
Oh, okay, that makes sense.
Also, always leave especially if it's both, always leave the thing open.
Yep.
Like even when there's no clothes in there.
Oh yeah.
Like leave the door open so that like it doesn't get gross.
Yeah.
Apparently these things are really big in Europe because they're more energy efficient, but it can't be energy efficient because I'm drying things so like much. 7 times.
It's giving Maddie's dryer.
Oh.
We brought some what was it, Blitzball stuff to Maddie's house once to use his washer dryer because the laundromat like wouldn't take the stuff.
Yeah.
Like
4 times in the dryer.
4 times in the dryer.
And still was
like,
somewhat dry.
Maddie, it's the building's job to like fix
about it.
the dryer if it doesn't work.
Yeah.
He's just like,
and it's separate washer dryer. Like it's not this combo craziness.
And you know Maddie, he's like, you know.
What? Maybe it's a guy thing, because I routinely ask Jack and Zoe if they've gotten theirs fixed, and they're like, no, we're scared. Yeah, did you hear about the drain?
No.
Yeah, apparently their shower drain was so clogged and so backed up, it was to a point to where yesterday or 2 days ago, they considered not showering. It was that bad.
Just standing water?
I guess. I didn't ask questions.
What about poor Caitlin?
So, right? That was a conversation on our stream last night. And apparently they got the landlord to come and fix that. And I was like, why didn't you have him fix the washer dryer? They're like, that it scares us.
That happened the first week they moved in.
Yeah.
And we're
also,
still
like,
talking
at least
about
they
it.
did the drain. One, a drain is an easy fix. They just suck out all the
Such
shit
a common
in there.
problem.
But, like, guys, it's okay. You know what?
We went from shower drains to pimple popping. That's where we were at in last night's game. But anyways, Taylor, how was your weekend?
Good. I think I just worked, really. You know?
Your busiest month.
Your busiest month.
Yeah. I didn't do anything. And then when I wasn't working, I just was, like, laying around my house. Just, like, being a bum because, like, I don't feel like doing anything else, to be honest.
I feel that.
I did go to Goodwill, which I do, like, every weekend. And I got the Goodwill book haul of a lifetime. I got 5 hardcover books for $9 or something like that. All, like, New York Times bestsellers. Like, incredible books. Cannot wait to read them all.
You always have such good luck.
That's cool.
It's crazy because it's hit or miss. Like, normally I go and it's like I find, like, a book gem.
Yeah.
And the last couple times, a couple times ago, I haven't gotten books the last couple times because I also am like, all right, relax. You got 10 books in the house now you haven't read. But I've been cooking through some books. So I usually bring a stack, drop them off, and then I go inside and pick up new ones. And a couple times ago, I was going and I'm like, I just wanted, like, one book. I was like, I just need, like, one to have on the shelf for when I'm done with the one I'm reading. And I was like, I really hope A Man Called Ove is, like, here. And I walked in, 2 copies on the shelf.
That's
I was
crazy.
Like, what? So I just have really good luck at Goodwill.
I love that.
I try to, like, put out good energy. I also bring my books back.
That's good.
I think that I'm, like, I feel like the universe is, like, you know, rewarding me for like, continuing the life cycle.
Yeah.
But yeah, so I was really stoked about that. That was probably the highlight of my weekend.
I wish we lived in a place, and I'm sure you both are familiar with them, the little neighborhood book, like, lockers. I wish we should start one here. At John Boy Media. We should start one at the office. And you, like, bring in, you can, like, just keep a rotating thing of books and we can put it in a little, like,
we can do, we have those cubbies.
Yeah.
You can just use a cubby.
We should.
That'd be fun. I mean, half the office is always passing
people are,
around.
trading books around anyways. So I think it'd be cool.
Yeah, I just started a new book actually this morning on the train called The Light Over London.
I haven't heard of that.
I'm trying to, I read one book that was somewhat-ish, like, historical fiction.
Okay.
And I liked it. So then I went on a big, like, Goodreads binge trying to find other similar ones. So it's basically, I think I read 4 pages because my commute's so much shorter now. It really cuts into my reading time.
But and you have a roommate.
And I have a roommate.
Yeah. So you got to talk to him when you get home.
Communicate.
It's really, it really has cut in that time, which is fine. But it's about, so far I think it's at this girl who her job is, like, antiques and curiosities and old things. Like, she'll like search people's houses or go to, you know, antique shows and, you know, place them, find value, and I don't know, like, research a story or whatever. Yeah. So then I think eventually she's gonna find this one artifact, I think a notebook, and then it, like, tells this woman's life. I think she was like in the auxiliary women's air force, you know, in World War II in Britain or whatever. So hopefully that's good.
Wait, did you read the Rose Code?
No. I'm waiting for the library.
Okay.
Ooh.
Also, I don't know if you know this, Millie Bobby Brown, like from Stranger Things, wrote a historical fiction book.
Oh,
really?
I did not know that.
Co-wrote, I believe, but yeah, I forget what it's called. But it came out, like, in the last, like, 6 months, I think.
Oh, is it popular?
Interesting.
Enough, I guess.
That's cool. Good for
I'm super interested in history, and so, like, historical fiction's always been my favorite because it is still fiction, but you learn stuff.
You learn. Yeah,
which is what I enjoy.
With some of the books that I read, it's not learning. Like, I don't feel like I'm reading because I'm not getting much from it. It's just a story. So
Jimmy probably has some good recs. He loves that shit.
I'm on the fence of whether or not I should get a Kindle.
I like a physical book.
You like a physical book?
I have a Kindle. I read to get off of screens.
Yeah.
That's true.
Not that a Kindle's
That's
like
a valid
screen,
point.
But kind of.
Well, like my Kindle is fully a screen, but then there's the ones that are more like the paper ones that aren't actually a screen. Like, they're not shiny. Yeah. So you can read them, like, in the sun and stuff. My roommate has one of those, and that's really cool. And that doesn't feel
as much of a screen.
And I don't think it's as impactful because I don't think there's blue light.
Yeah. No, yeah.
So I would probably want to look into like getting one of those because the reason I don't use my Kindle is because I don't want to be staring at a screen.
That's true. That is a very valid point.
Also, like Sam uses the library, which is clutch. So like you get a library card.
That's true.
The library's really close to here.
That's true. That's true.
But yeah, drop some book recs in the comments.
Yeah,
please.
It's hard to find good ones.
Start like a book club. I was at a wedding. I was in a wedding.
Oh yeah,
that was interesting. I won't go into too many details.
In Florida, correct?
In Florida, weather was good. It's just typical wedding stuff, you know? Like, you spend a lot of money on hair and makeup. It's trash. I actually set up shop upstairs and fixed everyone's hair and makeup myself.
That's so sad.
After everyone spent, like, $200.
That seems to always happen to people.
That happens
always. Like, just little things that always fall through the cracks, like planning of, like, meals or, like, things like that.
You don't realize, like, you're getting ready for a wedding all day. You're like, I'm starving.
And like, I haven't eaten all day.
By the time you
That's
get to the
why
wedding,
I'm busy.
You're like, I'm blacked out.
Yeah, exactly.
I had one mimosa.
We did. So it's a restaurant down in Destin, and it's like outside on the beach, and it was really pretty, but they closed it down. And so there was about 100 of us, I think, total. So they had a $6,000 open bar tab. We went through it in an hour and a half.
Yeah, that doesn't sound like a lot.
No. Like, went through it like multiple times. So that was interesting. But yeah, I got to go home. I got to see family. I got to see friends. So that's always a plus. But I'm not in any weddings for a long time. And that makes me happy. Because the rest of my friends are, no offense, degenerates. Which is great. It's great for me.
For them.
Nice break.
Okay, so let's go over all the things that we've missed. When is the last time we talked?
I guess the last time we were here was before Floorball.
Yeah.
So Floorball
Floorball comes out. So
great timing. Floorball comes out tomorrow. I've been doing interviews with all of the girls, which have gotten a lot of like positive traction.
It's cool.
What are you most excited for coming out with Floorball?
I first think I would say twofold is just the like the tech and the cameras and the setup is so much cooler. And I think, I've watched all the games and all the pre and post, so I've forgotten and just gotten used to it all. And so I think for whoever watched it, they'll be, like, that's so cool, and have that first shock and awe. So really excited for that. And then just all the teams and people and jerseys. I think all the jerseys are so bright and colorful and fun. Same with all the new people came in. It was just a really good crop. So, yeah, I think those two things will be really, really great. I can't wait for people to start watching.
I'm super pumped for people to, like, fall in love with the people that we enjoyed being around so much. Yeah. That was one of my favorite things about interviewing everyone, because I was just like, I am so excited for people to, like, talk. Like, when I interviewed Chelsea, it was so entertaining to me because it was the most we talked the entire time. Yeah. But she's such a gem of a person and so fascinating to talk to.
So sweet.
I'm excited for people to see the new faces, and also like Drew Davis and Floorball. And like Kane, but on a new team. Like, so like, it's the old faces, and then like the Luke O'Brien is back, and like, he has a different team. I don't know how much everyone's said about everything. But yeah, I'm excited for people to see like the new faces. Yeah. And then also like the old faces. Yeah. It was fun. It was a really fun week. It was a really fun group of people. Yeah. Like, I feel like we made some like legit like good friends that will be there to come back and do more stuff with us. And
we've had people come back to the office. Like, Chelsea was literally the only person that didn't come to the office to do an interview. Yeah. Like, Reagan had flown in that morning and was like, I'll come to the office. I'd love to see everyone. Yeah. And I'm like, that's so cool.
I also found out Reagan lives in Stamford right now.
Yeah.
She's so hard to nail down.
Yeah. I was going outside to get, I don't know what I was doing. I think I was running down the street to get a drink, and was coming back, and I saw her like on the phone kind of standing outside.
The day she came into the office, or a different time?
The day she came to the office. Oh no, I was on the phone, and I like waved at her, and I was like, and because I was still on the phone, and we like went in the elevator and we came up, and then I finally hung up the phone. She's like, thanks, like, what good timing. Like, I just walked up, because I was like, oh my God, I know her. So she was like, oh, like, where do you live? And I was like, Stamford. And she's like, that's where I live. She's like, you commute here every day? I was like, yeah, what? But she lives like 5 minutes outside of like downtown. I guess a bunch of her friends have like a big house she lives in. She's like traveling so much she doesn't have, that's just like her home base. She's just like staying with this group of friends or whatever. But fun. I think she said she was thinking about relocating to Boston, but it was wild. I was like, oh my God, no way. So we basically took the same commute here this morning. Could have just came together.
It is crazy because when she came into the office, first of all, like she instantly was like her and Zoe like picked up right where they left off. They talk all the time. And she was like, yeah, I think after this, like I haven't really slept much, but I think I'm going to go surf.
I think she was just in Vegas too.
Yeah. She just like never stops.
Yeah. I don't know how she does it.
She never stops. But no, I definitely think people are going to love everyone, all the new faces. Yeah. Pavel Barber is like,
oh my God.
First, I thought he was going to be kind of awkward at first. Like when I met him day one, I was like, okay, how are him and Rose going to blend? Beautifully.
Yeah.
He's a legend.
Beautifully.
Yeah, he's so cool.
That's funny.
But yeah, he was so great and so good and so cool.
Yeah. He was like nervous to do play-by-play before because he had never done it before. And he did it so well. I would have never guessed he'd never had experience doing that.
Yeah. Honestly, I think he just brought the right amount of energy. Like,
yes,
he obviously is knowledgeable about floorball and hockey and everything, but then like his energy level, just like it. Yeah, he did great.
He was the same level as like a Peter Moylan for Blitzball.
Yeah.
Like it was different because it's hockey, so it's a different vibe, but same energy level.
Yeah, same energy, same intelligence, same credence to the skill.
Same accent.
I'm excited. I'm excited for people to see it.
I am too. So that happened in August, which was 2 months ago, which is insane to me to think about. Mm-hmm. Then the entire month of September, we did live events. And then we did an actual live event at Billy's. In a bar. Yeah. Crazy. In the middle of the New York flood.
Oh my gosh, Yeah, all blur. But Blitz overall, like the warehouse portion and the Billy's portion, warehouse is really so incredibly smooth.
It's insane.
Yeah, it is. I was ready for something to go wrong.
It's
and not because
really
I didn't think people would mess up, but like there's so many things that could go wrong.
Yeah, it was crazy. Yeah, the level of pre-production Mike put in, and then Ronnie, Dre, everyone in the truck, it's just nuts how well they've mastered everything and how calm and cool they are, and their depth of knowledge is nuts. That we literally just put on a I remember Kyle slacked it after the first night, but because during the first day at the warehouse when we were live, he was umping and we were sitting next to each other, and then maybe like an at bat or two, and he's like, this is really cool, and just like leans over to me. I'm like, yeah, it's so crazy.
One of my favorite moments from the entire tournament was day 3, so week 3 in the warehouse. Noah.
Oh yeah,
the Noah McFly moment.
The Noah McFly game.
The kids. First of all the kids were coming up to me and they were like, "Can I be a bat boy? Can I do this? Can I do that?" And so I was like, "Okay." I asked the parents. I asked everyone. I was like, "Can we delegate them to do something small?" Like a bat boy, we don't really need a bat boy because the guys hold their own bats, but like Jack Doyle would hand the bat and then take it back just to give him something. And so I made up like the towel because I know they wipe the hands and everything. So Noah was the towel guy first, and he did exactly what his dad would do. Mm-hmm. Exactly what his dad would do and what his dad would say afterwards and how he would react.
Yeah, it's so funny.
If you haven't seen the Noah McFly clip, I think it's pinned on the main Instagram, actually.
And then Kevin couldn't stop laughing.
Yeah. It's just Joe's reaction. He was like, I told you guys not to involve them in anything. Like,
and he's like, what?
Yeah.
What?
And then it cuts back. Kevin did a wonderful job with the clip. It cuts back to Noah dancing as they're trying to deliberate like what's going to happen. Noah's just like, yeah.
And he had the line in the We Got Ice pinstripe game, and Zoe goes, no, how can I beat your dad? And he was like, I don't know, like throw some sliders or something. And he goes, okay, that's what I'm gonna do. We're gonna throw some sliders. And Jake's like cackling in my ear, just laughing so hard.
So good.
They had such an interesting touch to all of the warehouse. But no, I mean, I think it's really impressive. And Sam, I don't know how many people have told you, but you did so much to make Billy's actually happen. Oh. And of course she's going to downplay and be like, oh, it's fine. She didn't sleep for like 12 days.
No, I got a lot more sleep than anyone else on the tech team did. Thank you. That's nice. But yeah, I was so so much to do. It was all, you know, so worth it.
Because you were, really, I mean, cool. You were the executive producer. Like, you produced it.
Yeah, I don't know.
Is that what your title was?
No, I think technically Jimmy's the executive producer. I think I'm like the field producer, or I don't know.
She produced.
Yeah, no, she was producing. But
yeah, it's really just reminding people. Like, everyone knows. So it's, I don't know.
You're the point person.
Yeah.
And you do it well.
Yeah, and it's a different curveball when there's audience and fans there, because like they all, you know, always don't know where they're going. You know, like when we did the first pitches, you know, you can't assume people like can remember or like know what's happening to remember where they need to go. But everyone did, honestly.
Did so well.
And they were, you know, excited to participate, which was cool. And yeah, really good crowd. All of Joe's and Lou's crowd coming.
God, they were awesome.
So clutch. Yeah. It was really, really fun. Met so many cool people. That first hour of the early access people was so cool and sweet and heartwarming. Like, just that hour, I thought that hour was going to fly by, and it didn't, in a good way.
Yeah.
Because really, a lot of people got to talk to each other, and you heard where they came from and why they came, and you know what they love and who they root for and all that stuff. So I really enjoyed that hour.
It was cool.
We shot a really funny video.
Oh,
I have to edit that, actually.
Yes, I can't wait.
I should edit that today so we can post it tomorrow morning.
What is it?
Yeah.
We did an NFL schedule release style, you know, where people guess.
Yeah, that's
logos.
right. I remember you saying that
with the floorball team. So we intentionally asked like wives, girlfriends, husbands, boyfriends,
plus ones.
Any plus ones, moms. Like, do you know the teams? And we tried to find people that didn't.
Julia's husband.
Her husband did it because he doesn't know shit about shit when it comes to that stuff. And it was so, honestly, like, realistically, his answers were the funniest, but like we're gonna include other people, but like we should just cut just a reel of him because it was so funny.
Oh, that's
but
so
I
good.
should cut that up today actually, so we can post it. But
that would be fun.
And then instead of the like it'll be like the Blitzball music.
Oh, that's so good.
Yeah,
that'll be a good one. No, I mean, I think as a company as a whole, that was like a monumental step.
So fun. Yeah.
I mean, someone asked me there, when did we start actually, okay, we're going to do this? It was like June, right?
Yeah, I think just the concept of like, oh, road to somewhere, let's play somewhere big, you know, it was probably even just the beginning of, you know, the year. And then really boiling it down to what it was. Yeah, maybe before, June. Because there's challenges, you know, finding a venue and finding the date that the Yankees were gone. There was no NYCFC if we really wanted to be Billy's, and a whole host of other things. But at the end, it came together really quick because, you know, floorball's out of the way in August, and then everyone could fully shift attention to Blitz. And then, it was the twofold of like, okay, well, do we have warehouse Blitz planned and squared away? But then, do we have
live
Billy's Blitz squared away? That, you know, all still had to happen simultaneously. That was cool. So yeah, it always takes a long time. We already tentatively, you know, like are planning and thinking about, you know, if or where or when we can do it next year.
But that's the thing I think that for me at least is the most impressive thing is that is not a lot of time. So like most of the time live events like that take at least 10 to 12 months to plan, to line everything up. Like the fact that it was turned around that quickly, baffling.
Yeah, and could still be as successful as it was. I think in hindsight, we realized a million things we could have done differently or better. But for the first time, I don't think we've anything to be unproud of.
No. Yeah. I thought it was awesome.
Yeah.
Now, shifting away from John Boy Media stuff, I saw this and instantly was like, oh, we have to talk about this. The Mean Girls Live, the movie reboot. That's a musical that's coming out. Have you guys seen this?
Wait, what?
Not the Broadway?
There's Mean Girls like on Broadway.
No, it's a movie. Renee, blonde. She's Regina George from Sex Lives of College Girls. Guess who Aaron Samuels is?
But it's a movie or it's live?
It's a movie.
Okay.
Wait, so it's a movie
It's musical? A movie musical.
I got to be honest, I'm immediately out. But I want to hear about it.
Who do you think Aaron Samuels is?
Is it someone wait. Don't tell me it's
Connie, baby.
I was going to say it's Conrad.
Yes.
No way.
Yeah.
No way.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Sometime in January, I believe.
Concept is so strange.
Yeah.
Because you've done a movie, you've done the musical. Why are you doing both?
Yeah. It is January 12th is
what?
And I think that they're like bringing in like the old cast because people like fans have been seeing like
Tina Fey do stuff.
Yeah. Lindsay Lohan come in, like all like
interesting
original Mean Girls.
So they're not making a new story. They're repeating.
I believe it is the exact story, but it's a musical, and which I'm a little about, but the cast has me intrigued enough.
Watch it, obviously.
I'm intrigued by the cast.
It also has Tina Fey is in it, and then it has Ashley Park from Emily in Paris.
Oh yeah.
I don't know who that is. I didn't watch that.
The best friend.
Yeah.
And then I know her.
She's also
this girl, the Australian actress.
Oh yeah, I know.
I've like recognized her. So, but Renee Rapp and Christopher Briney in it.
That's so. I just like don't feel like that's a movie that ever needed to become a musical.
No,
I don't disagree.
Had you guys seen it on Broadway?
I didn't. I wish I would have.
I did either.
I don't think I did either.
I wish I would have.
Can't say for sure.
I do think it's interesting though that, I mean, Mean Girls on Broadway was what put Renee Rapp on the map.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
So she played Regina George then.
I'll watch it.
I'll watch it for sure.
I'm not sure I'll watch it.
Speaking of things to watch, have you seen the whole drama with Snow White? I was telling.
Yeah, Pax is very invested in the Snow White drama.
I am invested. I watched like a 10-part TikTok series on it, and I'm in.
Is that
so
the movie
deep.
too?
So you know how they're doing like remakes of all of the Disney cartoons, but they're doing the live action.
Like they did Little Mermaid.
Yeah.
So they're doing a Snow White one, and there was some drama. It was like a few months ago where the girl that was playing Snow White was basically going on this press tour and like bashing Snow White. Like, she doesn't need a prince. Like, I've never watched Snow White.
I may have seen clips of this.
Yeah, people were like outraged because they were like, it's just a kid. Like,
chill.
leave it alone. Like, chill. It got so bad that they fired her and replaced her with Jenna Ortega, who plays Wednesday Addams. And now they're reshooting the entire thing.
Wow. Well,
Yeah,
if you have a different Snow White.
That's wild.
Isn't that crazy?
Yeah.
That must be so, yes. That's so much money and time.
Imagine getting a role like that and then being like, you've been so bad that we are firing you.
Unprecedented. Oh, that's crazy.
I don't know if I've ever heard that.
So the release must be super delayed now, too.
Yeah.
Wow. I didn't know it got that far.
Like, Disney hasn't like come out and officially announced that it's changed, but they are restructuring and reshooting and delayed air date.
Jeez.
Isn't that crazy?
That is.
I've only ever seen Jenna Ortega in Wednesday, so I'm like very curious to see how she would be.
People love her though, right?
Mm-hmm.
I didn't watch Wednesday.
Actually, now that I'm saying it out loud, like it is spooky season. I'm rewatching Wednesday.
Ooh.
It is the perfect time.
It is. October.
Rewatch.
Sam,
What are your
watch it.
favorite movies and things to rewatch during this time?
Abby and I already watched Halloween Town.
Obviously, it's classic.
I said Halloween Town or
Twitches.
Ooh, that's a classic.
Sam. No.
Twitches was good.
I like Twitches.
No, but Halloween Town or
Halloween Town High?
no, what's the one with the three sisters? What's wrong with me?
Hocus Pocus.
Hocus Pocus. I was like Halloween Town or Twitches.
Sam.
Well, that was
Twitches.
Sam's like Twitches, of course. No, I said Halloween Town or Hocus Pocus, and Abby was like, Hocus Pocus is like kind of scary. I was like, we're almost 30.
No, it's not.
You just haven't seen it in a while.
I was like, can we turn the lights on?
Yeah, I was like, no, you just haven't seen it in a while. And she's like, no, I want to watch Halloween Town. So we did watch Halloween Town.
Okay.
Which I've been to the real Halloween Town. Fun fact.
Where?
Maybe that should have been my fun fact. It's in Oregon.
That's cool.
It's in Oregon. My roommate, when I lived in Seattle, was from the town, St. Helens, in Oregon. And
That's sick.
Yeah, and we went to Halloween Town. And it was around this time of year-ish. So they had like a little thing up that said Halloween Town and like a big pumpkin in the courtyard.
Oh, that's fun.
We didn't like walk around a ton, but like we just like went by it. Because we also had to go by Bella's house because that's also in that town from Twilight.
Oh, wow.
So we had to do like a little movie tour. But yes, I've been to the real Halloween Town. But Halloween Town, Hocus Pocus.
Yeah.
Twitches isn't on my list. Those are the only two movies I really care about watching.
Yeah.
This time of year.
I wouldn't really.
Are you scary movie people?
No.
No.
I'm not either.
I love Halloween, but I don't really like being scared.
Yeah.
No, like, I don't want to watch a movie where it's like someone's trying to kill you.
I will never.
That just makes me anxious.
Yeah, like I love the vibes around Halloween. But I don't feel like I also don't want to sit down and subject myself to being scared.
No.
For 2 hours. That's not fun to me.
No.
I understand why it is for some people, like the adrenaline, like whatever.
Some people call it adrenaline. I call it anxiety.
Yeah, I'm just not. And for someone that doesn't watch scary movies, I've seen a good amount. I don't know why. Like my friends, I end up watching scary movies. I've seen a lot.
Like some of the worst nights I've ever had are nights after me watching scary movies and not being able to sleep as a child. Like The Grudge ruined me from like 2nd grade to 5th grade. We
should do a JME short. It's spooky season. Yeah. What's the scariest movie?
Yeah.
Did we do that? I don't think we did that.
We did Halloween Candy.
All right, I'm gonna make that. Yeah. So I love Halloween and the vibes, but I'm gonna rewatch Wednesday. It's the perfect time.
That is a good one.
It's a great show.
I want to bring up, and then we can kind of end on this. These 3 things that have been popular relationships that are going on right now, and I'm curious your takes on them. I'm going to start off with one I saw this morning, and I'm baffled, and I didn't do a deep dive into it, and I probably should have, but I don't care. Will Smith and Jada have been separated for 7 years.
I heard that headline.
Like, legally separated.
Legally separated. So, if you think back, the Chris Rock slap was for nothing.
Well, also the entanglement.
Yeah, all of those things were because he was protecting his wife.
Well, they can still have I guess that's the question then. How much are they in communication and like maybe they're not married.
Separate.
I don't know. Yeah.
Isn't that weird?
I think they're a weird couple.
Definitely.
I feel like
it's so hard to
gotten such odd vibes from them, but then the last few years have just been strange with like the entanglement.
Yeah.
We were talking about how
the entanglement. That's such a good word.
She had an affair, called it an entanglement, and then he went on her show and he ended up apologizing for her having an affair.
Yeah.
We were just talking about this literally in the kitchen the other day.
That is called feminine energy.
Like he went on her show and apologized for it. Yeah. And then he slapped Chris Rock. I don't know. I'm kind of out on them. To be honest.
I've been out on them.
I feel like
it's too hard to be in. It's so
messy. The weirdness is making me like him less as a person, which I think he's such a good actor, but I'm like, oh, you're giving me weird vibes.
Weird vibes.
Have you guys ever seen the movie Focus?
Yes. No. Yes. One of the most underrated movies, in my opinion.
Nick's obsessed with that movie, so we watched it, and it is ridiculous. I could go
Margot Robbie's in it?
Yeah.
Yes.
We
just talked about this the other
day. First of all, it's 2 completely different movies.
Yes.
There's like 7 years apart.
Yes.
The first half of the movie is so good and so interesting. They should have kept that the whole movie.
Probably.
I love you know the concept? It's like Will Smith and Margot Robbie are like pickpocketers, con men, like
a professional con men.
Yeah, and it's so cool and interesting. Because the first part of the movie is like about they're at the Super Bowl. I have all these tourists, stupid tourists, like down on Bourbon Street in Louisiana, where like you can, their bags are open. They have no concept. Like you can just steal, make all this money. So they have this huge like
warehouse kind of.
Yeah, it's fascinating, the operation of all that. And then they just skip 7 years, find a whole new plot, and it's just most ridiculous thing of like, oh, you think this guy's dead? Oh, he's right here on your nose the whole time. You think it's so silly.
I love it. Loves it.
I love it.
Loves it. Literally, there was one major plot twist. I got up, walked out of the room. I said, "This is ridiculous. I can't."
And now you have to make him watch Twitches.
Yeah.
Has he ever seen Halloween Town?
I don't know. Probably.
I would hope.
But I don't know.
I would hope. That was one question mark that I saw. The other question mark I saw is that Drake and Hailey Bieber dated.
I have not seen that. That's shocking.
Doesn't feel age appropriate.
Drake and Hailey Bieber dated right before Justin and Hailey got together. Reason it's coming out now is because in Drake's new music that just dropped a week ago, he specifically calls out Hailey in a song by name.
What was the context of the lyric?
Basically like, I know you're not the one for me, but damn, you really screwed me over, basically.
And Justin and Drake are friends, no?
Canada boys.
True. That's so crazy. I had no idea.
I didn't either. I saw that on TikTok too. I've been going down some weird rabbit holes on TikTok. That being one of them. My first thought was age appropriate.
Yeah,
not
I'm just
very.
wondering,
definitely
like,
no way.
What the... Especially if that was that long ago. She was pretty young.
Mm-hmm.
Right? Didn't they get married? She was like 21 or 2.
Yep.
Probably.
So Drake and her were canoodling.
Huh. I mean, I feel like he's probably done that with a lot of people on the low.
Yeah.
To be honest.
On the low.
There's also been weird things about him and other people.
Drake gives me weird vibes,
There's also been a lot of weird, like Millie Bobby Brown. Why are they?
I remember
There's been
that.
a lot of weird Drake stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And I love Drake. I'm not saying it.
Love Drake. I had a friend recently party with Drake. Isn't that weird? Was at his concert and ended up at the same place.
I'm jealous.
I feel like that happens.
Odd times.
Do you like his new album?
I haven't listened to the whole thing. It's so long.
It is.
Oh, really?
Oh, my God. It's like 30 songs or some shit. Like,
Yeah.
enough with the 30-song albums.
It's like, chill out.
I listened to some. I don't know. I just love old Drake so much. And, like, the last, like, few albums I've just been, like, out.
What's
it's gonna take a
your
lot to pull me back in?
best, like, your favorite old Drake album?
There's only one answer. There's only one answer, and it's Take Care. And if it's not Take Care, you gotta reevaluate.
Take Care, Thank Me Later.
There were some other good ones in between.
Houston, Atlanta, Vegas is such a low-key vibe.
That's really old. It's a really old album. Yeah, but then he also had, like, people didn't like Views. I really liked Views. People didn't like If You're Reading This, It's Too Late. I liked it. What was the other one? Nothing Was the Same.
That's a good one. Are you a Drake fan?
Drake's had some hits. Drake's had some hits.
Is Nick a Drake fan?
Yes.
Yeah, Canada.
Yes.
How does he feel about his new album?
I don't know if he's actually also listened to much because I would just put it on in the house. I would a little bit just override it. So
it's like we're listening to the Toast, not Drake.
Yes. So actually, I don't know if he's gotten to listen to it yet.
I will listen to the whole thing at some point.
Yeah.
I need a good drive. That's like, if I want to really listen to an album and get the lyrics and stuff, like I need to do it on a drive. Because if I'm doing shit around the house, like I'm not paying attention.
Yeah, and if you're reading on your commute, you're not
exactly.
Gonna
and I always have music on in my house, but I'm never really like fully invested. So like I really need a good long drive, and that won't be for at least 3 more weeks.
That was the best thing about the wedding.
Yeah,
my 8-hour drive there and back.
Yeah,
first like 4 hours, I sat in like music and then just silence, just looking at trees. I was so like, lovely. This is so cool.
I am traveling in a few weeks, like flying, so maybe I can do it on plane.
Ooh, that'd be good. That'd be good.
I'm going to Atlanta for the first time.
Are you? Good luck with the traffic.
My family is going to Vikings Falcons.
Ooh, nice. That'd be fun.
So my mom's driving down, my dad, stepmom, and brother are driving over. I'm flying in, like we're all going together.
Let me know if you need any recs for food and stuff.
We will.
Last one, obvious one. Travis Kelce. Oh.
That's his name.
Travis Kelce and Taylor Swift.
Yeah, you had it.
I thought I said Taylor Kelce. I am not right in the head right now. You think it's real?
Yeah.
Do you have a take on it?
I think it's real, and I love it.
You think it's straight up real?
Yeah. The boys were all arguing like this is just like a way for her to, no.
She does not need that.
Thank you. I said she is one of the most
It could be on his part, it's not on her part.
She is one of the most powerful people in the world. No joke. Like
she is the most famous person in the world right now.
Her
without a doubt
influence is so powerful. She does not need to do something she doesn't want to do. She is not going to fake date an athlete to get more fans or to stir up publicity. When everyone has seen this entire year of the Eras Tour, she clearly doesn't need it. She is so powerful. Why would she ever do something like that she didn't want to do? Or it wasn't real? That's so fucking odd. Like, there's no way. And I'm all in. I'm so in. It's not funny.
I love all of the videos of her cheering for him.
I would have loved for her to be at the game last weekend.
Oh, my God.
When I got hurt, just to, like, see.
Yeah.
Just, like,
what happened.
Yeah.
The heartbreak, the emotion.
But you know, when he came back out, if she was watching, like he came back out and scored a touchdown.
Yeah,
like, she was probably like, that's my man. Like, I texted
like
my mom.
Maybe they spoke in when he was like getting treatment.
I texted my mom that night. It was that night that everyone, like, she was at the first game and everyone was like, oh my God, this is really a thing. My mom texted my brother and I. She like lost a bunch of football bets that day. It was like a screenshot, and I said the world won today because Travis Kelce and Taylor Swift are dating.
Yeah.
And she said, no, they didn't. And I was like, okay.
No, I love it. It's not fair that she's getting all the blame for the NFL and everyone going crazy. Like, that's not on her.
No, someone tried to say.
Last weekend, I watched a whole football game on Sunday night to see her.
Yeah.
And I find watching football so slow and boring.
Maybe that is what people are missing, is that people are arguing that the NFL is bigger than Taylor Swift. They're high. They're the dumbest people because that's not even remotely true. They're latching onto her. Taylor Swift has the ideal target audience for any sales and marketing group in the entire world. Women between the ages of 18 to 55.
Honestly, 10.
Yeah.
10 to 55.
Yeah. That is the target audience because they are the ones who buy shit. They're the ones who tune in. They're the ones who are going to go buy YouTube TV so that they can see Taylor Swift on NFL Red Zone.
Yeah.
Like, that's why the NFL put her as their Twitter header.
Yeah. Also, for all the people that are saying that this is not that big of a deal and we're making it a big deal, it is a big deal.
It's a huge deal.
These are two incredibly famous, rich, powerful, good-looking people. If one of them was not a football player, if she was, I know they've already dated. If this was Taylor Swift and Harry Styles, no one would be saying it wasn't a big deal. Yeah. It is literally that big of a deal. This is one of the NFL's biggest stars that we have put on this big, big, big stage.
Yes.
We have made him.
He was on SNL. Like, he's huge.
We have made him also more of a celebrity to, like, he's a household name. You don't have to know football to really know Travis Kelce just as a name.
Yeah.
And these are two hugely important people to our culture. And, like, if you're saying it's not a big deal, you're lying to yourself. That's just not
true.
And I'm sorry that you don't understand how the world works.
A crazy huge deal.
I think people are, so, you know, Brittany Mahomes has also been brought into the box and, like, the dinners and all of that. And people are, like, bashing her because of that. I truly believe, I watched this whole video on it and read a few articles. I think Taylor Swift is doing what Taylor Swift always does, which is like for the girls, standing up for the girls. Yeah. I think that she is like essentially taking her under her wing and like protecting her because no one's really slandering Brittany Mahomes anymore right now because she's hanging out with Taylor Swift.
Like how bad could she really be?
Yeah.
You know?
Exactly.
If Taylor can.
And Taylor Swift is literally the queen of girl gangs. She's always with the girlies.
She brought to the game.
Yeah. She's literally always with the girlies, like.
Her and Blake Lively, like, chuckling and snickering and,
like,
flirting.
And, like,
so oh, my God.
It was literally like us. Like, it was like, it was like you and any one of your girlfriends.
Yes, just Sophie Turner is now just, like, living with her and gave her house. Like,
that is, like, such a, I love all of that, too. Because I'm just, like, you date, like, Taylor dated Joe, and, like, Joe screwed her over and broke up with her on a phone call years ago, and now, like, Taylor's playing the long game.
Yeah. And, like,
long game.
The, like, Sabrina Carpenter, she brought her to the game. And, like, I think there's been a lot of, like, speculation. I'm sure you heard this on the Toast.
With Olivia.
That, like, but.
I liked that theory.
That I know what you're about to say. Yeah. People think that Taylor Swift got. Because originally Taylor Swift and Olivia Rodrigo were, like, tight. Yeah. And then people think that that was part of the reason that Sabrina Carpenter got so much hate because Taylor Swift was, like, siding, not on purpose, with Olivia Rodrigo over the whole, like, Josh Bassett driver's license, oh, my God, we broke this little girl's heart kind of thing. And so I think people, and then Taylor Swift brought Sabrina Carpenter on Eras Tour. Yeah. So people are like, is she kind of, like, making up, like, feeling guilty about maybe accidentally perpetuated like this hate.
I love that theory. I believe it.
I believe that too.
Her and Sabrina are friends.
Because I don't think it's like a this or that. I think the reason that her and Olivia Rodrigo were so like this instantly is because so many people were like, she is writing like Taylor Swift wrote when she was younger.
It was really impressive. Her first album was really impressive. Yeah. So, like, her second album is impressive as well.
I'm going to the Taylor Swift movie this weekend.
Oh.
Wait, I have tickets for the 26th.
It has already.
Sarah and I are going Saturday. I can't wait.
It's already hit 100 million.
I'm so excited.
It's going to beat Barbie.
I'm really interested because the Toast has brought the point of like, if you go to this movie, are people going to be up dancing, singing, or are you going to be sitting, soaking it in? I have no idea.
I'm curious if it's going to be like a documentary style. I'm guessing,
I'm hoping
right?
it's a little bit behind the scenes too.
Oh, yeah. I would love some behind the scenes.
I have a funny tweet I want to show you that Abby sent me because we're going to it together.
I only ever watched the Miss Americana one, which I think that's all documentary.
Yeah, which I love.
So, and Reputation has one. I didn't watch that, but I think that was all tour.
Yeah.
That's funny.
This is gonna be me.
I can't wait.
At the movie.
That's accurate. All right, I'm glad we're all on the same page with that. Well, let's end few minutes on the fact our job, MLB playoffs. Wow, they've been boring.
Whew.
Minus
the Phillies Braves game. They've been pretty dang boring.
Yeah, I mean, crazy sweeps, and I have not watched much because I don't have much of a rooting interest, but we watched obviously Jay's Twins And I feel lucky. I've tuned into, 10 minutes. That's not true. Maybe a little bit more. But the end of game 2 of Jay's Twins, when Durant came in 5 straight swings and misses, was the coolest thing ever.
Oh,
and Target Field was crazy.
Yes.
And it's like, you knew, I think it was Varsho was the last at bat for the Jays, and it's like, all right, you have no chance.
No chance.
Everyone knew it was happening. It was crazy.
Yeah.
That was really, really cool. And that's as much really as I have tuned into. Like, I've tuned into some streams, like obviously seeing all the clips that we're doing and stuff. So yeah, hopefully something picks up. Tackle the Orioles, so crazy. AL East is now the new AL Central.
Oh my gosh.
Not winning a playoff game.
I know, right?
Which is embarrassing.
The Michael Harris Jr. catch.
The end of that game was fucking crazy.
Insane. And it's so on brand for the Braves.
Yeah. It was awesome. We needed a good game. Oh
a big moment, yeah.
Yeah, like that was really cool.
I know it's not your Mets, but it is your Diamondbacks. So are you in on it?
I've never been more in on anything.
I love that.
I watched them clinch, which they lost that game, which sucks. Like, they clinched because the Reds lost in the middle of their game. You obviously always want to win on the day that you clinch. When I was there in 2017, we also clinched in the middle of the game because the Cardinals lost, but we walked that game off. So it was like a walk-off, but we also had clinched in the middle of the day. So, like, it was really cool. I wanted that for them. I was texting Dalton, like, they're going to walk it off, like, repeat, and they didn't, and that's okay. They still celebrated, and people were like, I can't believe they're celebrating a loss. Yeah. They're not celebrating a loss.
No, there's an interesting convo. She's coming up after that. Yeah.
Right?
I think, like, you lost the game. You're proud of your accomplishments. You're in the dance. These guys are young. For
just have fun.
Almost the entire team, this is the first time they're ever going through this.
Yes.
Literally, Ketel Marte and Christian Walker are the only 2 Diamondbacks that were on that 2017 team.
Wow.
So,
and you had to do good enough to be in the position to have that come by default. Like, they still have earned it.
Yeah, and there's other guys on the team that have been through postseasons before that have been traded, but not with this team. And, like, it's so special. It doesn't matter.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter that they lost. It's so special.
Yeah.
It's for all the hard work that everyone has done the entire year, the front office, coaching staff, trainers, play. Like, it's great. It's awesome. Like, they should celebrate.
Celebrate and then move on.
Yeah.
But, like, you deserve it.
Yeah. I was crying watching. They played the whole celebration. So everything on the field, they let it run on MLB TV. Cool. So everything on the field, everything in the clubhouse. Then they all ran out. They always do, like, celebrate on the field, immediately go in the clubhouse, party, back onto the field, and then everyone goes to the pool.
Yeah.
They play, it was over an hour of, like, all of that going on.
Of course.
That's what you want to see.
That's what, you wait for.
So it was, like, over an hour, and I just watched the entire thing, and I was just, like, it would just be, like, every couple minutes, because I could see my friends
people,
partying, and I was like, it's the best feeling in the world. Like, you just know that you were a teeny tiny part of it, and you're like, fuck yeah. Like, we did it. We worked so fucking hard, 162 games. That's what you want. Like, I was just, like, on the couch. I was filming my TV, like, sending it to my friends. I'm like, guys, I'm so happy for you. It's awesome. I'm so fucking happy for them. And then to blow the doors off the Dodgers in the first 2 games.
You're in a real good spot.
Like, I think, like.
I love it.
Yeah, I think no one thought they were going to be here this year.
No.
Right.
And
we talked about it at the beginning of the year.
Yeah. So getting into the postseason was already a really big accomplishment for the year. Like, I would consider the year a success if they got bounced in the wild card, regardless. And then to show up and compete against a good Brewers team and then now blow the doors off the Dodgers, oh my God, it feels good.
What's your percent chance you're out of them winning the World Series? Is it rising? Has to.
I mean, they look good.
Yeah,
so,
they do.
That's the thing. If they were winning, like, shaky games, I'd be like, but they look really good. So, I mean, I don't know. You get through the Dodgers, you have a very tough Braves or Phillies team to get through. So, I listen, it's there.
Yeah,
possibility is there, which is insane. But, yeah, I'm really, really, really happy for them.
I'm rooting for them.
The Rangers and Diamondbacks are giving me the same energy that the Phillies had last year.
Yeah.
Of, like, just getting hot and feeling good and riding that wave at the perfect time.
Yeah. I don't know what happened. The Dodgers the last 2 days, I know, like, we're on the rowboat, but, like, realistically,
been on that damn
like,
rowboat for a while.
They don't look like themselves.
No.
They don't look like the calm, cool, collected.
No, you mentioned that last night. I agree.
You know how many Dodger games I watched this year, last year, the year before, and the 3 years before that they came back in late innings, and they were so. It was almost like the entire game they knew they were going to come back. So
they're just like,
whatever,
we'll try in
big
the
fucking
end.
deal. Yeah, and they didn't have that energy the last couple days. I don't know if it was the time off. I don't buy into that. that storyline that everyone's well, the teams that got cold because they sat around. Sorry, if you're a playoff caliber team, then you should know how to keep yourself hot enough to win after 4 days. I don't buy into that. I don't know what their problem is, but they look panicky. They look like they're fighting for their lives. They're not giving like calm, cool, collected veteran Dodger energy that they normally have. So let's get it done tonight, boys. Let's do it.
I believe in them.
I don't want the Astros to win because I would love for Twins to come back and make it a series. But Astros, Rangers, big brother, little brother energy would be. I'm
really sad for the Orioles.
Yeah,
I'm too. That game last night was so deflating, and the story with the pitcher, and like it was just an emotionally driven game. I feel like for the Orioles, and it sucked to watch them fall like that.
It's just they had such a good regular season. I was really looking forward to just seeing what they could do, and I'm just sad that we're not going to get to see them go further. But the Rangers outplayed them in every aspect, so they deserve it. And the Rangers have obviously been fun to watch all year, interesting at times, but fun. So if the Astros, and I would also like Trev's Twins to make it a series, but if the Astros pull it out, an all-Texas ALCS is kind of electric.
That's sick. And Scherzer possibly coming out of the bullpen.
It's giving Randy Johnson 2001. I don't know.
I'm here for it. Hopefully we have some exciting games today. That's all I got. You guys got anything else?
I don't think so.
We're going to try to do an OG episode at least once a month. More if we can, but at least once a month. So keep updated on the rest of the content coming out on this channel. It's going to be fun. It's going to be great. Love you guys. Bye.
Bye.